Well, we have about 4 police and 3 police cars with one homeless woman. Looks like she might be mentally ill there. You can see her behind the bush there. A couple of them got their black gloves on. Reminds me of the Kelly Thomas situation. Well, we'll see what happens today. Here preaching on the corner of Broadway and Magnolia this morning. Quite a few cars out here, but hopefully we'll get a good approach by the police officers here. And if they won't do anything wrong, we'll see what happens. Anyways, please keep the homeless in prayer. The police saw my sign, my street preaching sign today too, so you can pray for their salvation if they're not saved. And if you'd like to join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ. And I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless. Bye. I don't know if, I want to make sure I get this on. I can't hear you. Well, why don't you guys take her to a mental facility?
She's gone several times.
Well, I don't have a car. I mean, I wish I had a house to take her to or something. I'm homeless, so.
But you help go with the other homeless.
Well, the ones that have should be helping. I don't have a house. I don't have a mental facility.
Yeah, but you're a little more with it than some of them.
Well, what am I supposed to do? What do you think I should do?
Look for resources for them.
Well, why don't you guys do that? You guys are getting paid a lot of money every single day. And I don't know why you're even talking to me in the first place.
I'm always friendly with you.
But I don't understand why you're asking me to do what you should be doing. But I don't understand why you're not doing what you're telling me to do.
Oh, I do.
With a car, you have houses, money. Why aren't you doing what you're telling me to do?
I do. I bring advocates to them.
Well, she just walked off with nowhere to live. So you're saying you do, but why is she walking off?
I can't make her stay.
Well, if you want to get her housing, ask her if she wants to go. And take her to a place where there's housing.
I've asked many and they don't.
Well, that may be some are like that, but not all, I'm sure.
You have a good day, RJ.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. Wow. What's up with these police even talking to me in the first place? It's pretty messed up. I didn't even provoke that conversation. God bless you! Isn't that funny? They have all their fancy cars and money, and they ask the homeless guy to, get her housing? It's ridiculous. Let's pray for these police officers to figure out how to really help people instead of trying to accuse other people. They got a lot more than I do. Thanks so much for your prayers and support. If you like, please do join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ. God bless. Bye. Hello, my friends. This is R.Joshua Collins, and with Homeless Advocates for Christ. I just want to talk a little bit about that interaction with the female police officer I had today. I think she was wrong on so many levels, which is why I kind of want to talk about the unprovoked incident. She really shocked me, actually. I'm just out there preaching on the street corner, and she comes, "Hey, RJ, why don't you help this homeless woman that we didn't help just now?" Okay, well, you have cars, houses, money, and I don't. Okay, so who really has the responsibility before God to do something for her? Proverbs 13:8, what does it say? The ransom of a man's life is his wealth, but a poor man hears no threat. Now that tells me that if you're poor, before God, and think about that, God says, blessed are the poor. And he also says, woe to you rich. So if you don't have a lot of earthly wealth, there's a little less responsibility for you to help others, right? Because as far as with wealth, because you don't have it. Now, she obviously has more than I do. So what is she doing with what she has? That's my question. Isaiah 58 says to bring the poor into your own house. Is she going to do that? It's a good question. I wish I could have asked her that. I could have even challenged her. I could have said, well, Jesus told me to sell all I have, give it to the poor, and follow him. Why don't you do that? Why don't you come live with the homeless and see what it's like out here, and maybe you'll have a little different attitude towards me, because then we'll be on the same level, I guess you could say. I highly doubt she'll, of course, join me in this life out here on the streets, but that's where Jesus was. That's all I know. I think she was attempting to justify herself. Now, she knows my advocacy work and has seen my videos and things like that, I'm sure, as a lot of the police have. And I think she was trying to possibly belittle me and put me down or shame me somehow. But how's that going to make her look better when she does things like that? Now, Proverbs 26, I like this here, 24 through 7. 27 says, whoever hates disguises himself with his lips and harbors deceit in his heart. When he speaks graciously, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Though his hatred be covered with deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and a stone will come back on him who starts it rolling. Now, I really thought she was trying to dig a pit for me, trying to trap me in a wrongdoing, when I don't have what I would like to have to help people, a facility and things like that, housing, whatever. She started to roll a stone. It says, what's it? Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and the stone will come back on him who starts it rolling. She was trying to roll that stone on me. I could see that. But thanks be to God, I think I really got the better of her in that little discussion there. And hopefully she'll maybe think about what I had to say, and maybe try to do more instead of trying to ask people that have less to do more. That doesn't make any sense. Like the rich man Lazarus. The rich man, maybe he was thinking, it's not my responsibility. Let that other homeless guy help the other homeless guy. Maybe that's what he was thinking. But where did that get him? Where did his just complete, how would you say? He basically just ignored the homeless guy. It wasn't that he gave him a ticket, or that he took his stuff, which is what some of the police do out here. He just ignored him. And where did that get him? He ended up in hell. So, I don't know. We got to pray for these police, man. Pray for these police to get God's viewpoint on things. I pray for that woman. I pray for her salvation, deliverance from any hatred or animosity she has towards me, which I think some of these police have that. I know some of these police have that towards me. So please pray for them. Pray that they're set free from that, and that they will love like Jesus loved and stand for righteousness. That's all I'm asking. Don't take homeless people's belongings. There's the promise in Proverbs 22, for you guys to encourage you a little bit. Proverbs 22. Where are we at? There it is. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and rob of life those who rob them. Let's look at that again. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and rob of life those who rob them. That's a warning. That's a powerful warning. Let's pray that these police heed that warning and don't take their belongings anymore, or threaten to, which is what Sergeant Lozo has been doing, and others as well. He's supposed to be the homeless liaison. One more thing I wanted to add is that I have contacted mental health facilities here in Anaheim, and if people aren't a threat to themselves or others, they don't get them housing They just leave them out there on the street. Even if they're able to, if they're just eating out of garbage cans or whatever. They're still supporting themselves, so we're not going to go out and help them. So I've tried to get mental health out here to help mentally ill people that are doing all those things. And, some of them are of course, using alcohol and things like that. And they don't come out here to help them. I've called multiple times. So I guess the police don't understand these things. They don't understand how difficult it is to help some of these people out here. Now, of course, there's some police that are doing good things. I'm thankful for that. Thankful. So let's just pray that more police will follow the example of the good police, or that the bad police just get removed if they're not going to change, I think that's definitely worth praying for, because we all want to be protected, right, from unrighteousness, from injustice, and we need to, of course, Proverbs 31:8-9 says to defend the cause and the rights of the poor and the needy. So let's pray more Christians get involved in that too. We need more help out here, more pastors and church leaders. It'd be great to see them that aren't involved to get involved. Like Pastor Wiley Drake, I'm really glad that he's fought really hard for the ability to be able to let the homeless sleep at his church property, which was great. So anyways, thanks so much for your prayers and support. And if you would like, please do join my Facebook group, Homeless Advocates for Christ. And you can, of course, email me also at servingjesus99212@yahoo.com. And I do hope to hear from you soon. May God bless. Bye-bye. He had a backpack on his back. Just got up from the railroad track. It's been a hard life on the road. Just laid off, nowhere to go. He said, I don't have the American dream. No fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Lord. The police were looking down at the poor woman sleeping on the ground. They said, you can't be sleeping here, no trespassing. She shed a tear. She said, I don't have the American dream. No fancy cars, but Jesus holds me. And I know what lies ahead of me, 'cause heaven knows I love the Lord. Just caught up to Abraham's side. So glad to be free from the greedy of earth, who love their money. They said, I don't have